What's up, pack members? It's your leader Spirit, the Alpha here, and welcome to another video. This is another LEGO review, and this time around we're taking a look at the LEGO Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock Subway Train scene. This is a set I got off for Christmas from my grandma, and yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at it. So, starting things off with the minifigures. Here we have Spider-Man himself. This is based on Tobey Maguire. You see he has his mask right here. I like to just have it off because, it's better to have him holding the mask than him holding his head. And, looks pretty cool. And this is a slightly different figure than the one we got in the No Way Home Final Battle set because this one actually has the horn costume, which is pretty cool. And on top of that, he also has two faces. He can either be smiling or he can be angry or straining, because anyone who's seen the movie will know what this scene is. So, yeah, that's him. Next up, we have Aunt May. You know, oh, yeah, I think her hair's a little crooked. There we go. Aunt May, very important character in the Spider-Man story. And I know she wasn't actually in this scene, but, it's always nice to get Aunt May alongside Spider-Man. She's a definitely a good character to have, even if she's not the most exciting. And she, too, has a separate face. She can either be smiling or she can also be, looking a little more confident. So, yeah, that's about it. Next up, we have probably the most outlandish figure in the set. We have J. Jonah Jameson. Why is he in this set? I have no idea. So, yeah, I really have no words for it. They could have chosen like a completely different like passenger or somebody else, but nope. Oh, you got J. Jonah Jameson, and it's also known that's his only face. He's only frowning, looking serious like always, and of course he doesn't have a second face. Of course, his hair wouldn't cover up that second face, so I guess it kind of works. But not the best inclusion in my opinion. But hey, whatever. Honestly, I would have been fine with just not getting him at all. But hey, whatever. Now we move on to definitely the best figure in the set. We have Doc Ock. And I must say, I love how they did the arms. They're actually pretty long and they're fully, like, flexible, as you can see. But, two of which have the red on them. The others have, little arms or whatever. So, yep, good bit of variety. And, torso looks great. It actually looks like, the actor, in my opinion. And if I move the arms back a little bit, he actually does have a second face. He can either be smiling or, well, this is going to be hard to see, but, or he can be, like, really angry. So, yeah, Doc. So, yep. So, yeah, very, very cool figure. Definitely love it. Now let's get on to the train itself. Oops, hold on. Technical difficulties. So, this is the train. Says Bay Ridge. And it pretty much says that on both sides. This train is pretty much like the exact same on both sides, minus the top where you have some like debris and whatnot on there. And on top of that, there's also on the sides we have webs and we have some like flying debris, which I think is pretty nice. Nice little attention to detail. And oops, wrong side. I lift up the web a little. Have that right there. And another good attention to detail are the broken windows. Here's a broken window on that side and a broken window on this side. So, yep. Again, I appreciate a little attention to detail like that. It's also worth knowing you can actually lift up the roof, both of them, or remove them, not lift them up. And you can, you know, go see inside the train. And this is going to be a little bit hard to see, but excuse me, a little bit hard to see, but there actually is a control panel in there, and both sides. The control panels are slightly different on each side, but It's still nice. And there's also plenty of space to put minifigures in, as you can see. If you have some random citizen figures, you can put those in. With that being said, then let's go ahead and put that back on. And on the bottom, see the wheels actually swivel. So, yep. And you got a good little bit of turning action. You know, it makes turning the train much easier. Of course, it is worth knowing the instructions actually have you put these on, these little like 2x4 plates on, before you even get to the turntables. And I guess that's the idea. Like, if you just want to display this set, you can just use these and keep it stationary, airy, or or you can do the turntables and allow them to swivel. Me, I'm gonna allow them to swivel because I just think it adds a good bit of play to the set. But like I said, I like that Lego gives you a choice of what you want to do. Gives you a couple different options. So yep. And as for the set itself, they actually depict or I show you how to display the figures on here. It's really up to you, but this is just my personal preference. So I'm gonna give Aunt May the Spider-Man mask, just for her to hold. Be like, yes, Peter, I'll hold your mask for you while you save the day. I'm gonna put Aunt May over here. Oh, actually, well, go a little lower. I might need to actually do this off camera. Come on. Ah, there we go. Have her connected there. We'll put J. Jonah Jameson on the back. I know we don't care about him, but hey, whatever. Let him hold on tight. He's probably going to be ranting about, like, Spider-Man's a menace! Huh. But, of course, classic fashion, we're going to put Doc Ock on the top, because, he's going to be on top of the subway. And then lastly, we're going to take Spider-Man himself, prop up the, like, arms, and there's little studs right here. You just connect them to, you want to make sure you connect them to there, because there's no base plate to actually put his lower feet on. Then we take these little web pieces that are on the side, connect them here. Well, if I can, that is. It can be a little tricky. There we go. Position this a little better. There we go. So, yep. Now we have the iconic scene where Peter's trying to stop the train using his webs. Definitely one of the most iconic scenes in the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire trilogy. So, yeah. Overall, I think the it's pretty cool. I think it's really nice that Lego's actually giving some representation to the old Spider-Man movies. Well, I mean, I know this isn't the first time they've actually done Lego sets based on the Tobey Maguire movies, because I know back in the day, back when the Lego figures all had the yellow faces, I know that they made two sets for that movie. They made, well, I guess three if you count the little mini Green Goblin set or whatever. But as far as I know, there's two sets. There was one called The Origins, which explains the origins of Spider-Man and then the Green Goblin. And then there was the final battle from the first movie, which was, the big bridge scene or whatever. But, this is like technically the newest set of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man stuff. Oh, I also forgot to mention, they also made sets based on Spider-Man 2. They had a good wave of that as well. I know that much, but they never gave Spider-Man 3 like some love in Lego. So yeah, I know that's going to change in January because they've already confirmed the set, but that'll happen when it happens. As I was saying though, it is nice to get some Lego representation of the earlier Spider-Man movies again. So yeah, we got Tobey Maguire are getting some representation. The only one that remains now is Andrew Garfield. I think chances of us getting amazing Spider-Man sets are slim, but hey, time will tell. Overall, though, I think this is a good set. Simple, but good. It recreates a great scene, and if you have Lego train tracks like I do, I'm not going to bring them out, but if you have Lego train tracks like I do, you can totally put this on tracks and maybe recreate your own little scene or whatever. So, yep, or create, not recreate. You know what I mean. Overall, though, I like this set, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I can see a lot of play in this, especially when you combine it with other sets. But until next time, this is Spirit the Alpha signing out. I'll see you guys back in the pack.